Welcome back to this week's weekly watch list, and in this video I am going to break down each one of the pairs from my trading list. These are the only pairs that I analyze and trade, and this is by far plenty to focus on, which gives plenty of opportunity for the week. Now, I spend every weekend breaking down each one of these pairs from the monthly time frame all the way down to the 2-hour time frame to predict a bias for the coming week, which helps us align our daily trades throughout that week. Now, before we get into the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like, turn your notifications on so you are notified of every update that I bring to you. And also remember, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I am just showing you how I pull money from the markets on a daily, weekly basis. Now, when it comes to trading, one of my strong points are predicting areas of reversals on the higher time frame. Now, before we get into this list, I'm just going to show you an example. We're on USD JPY here on the 2-hour time frame. Now, the weekly watch list that I made, that I brought to you live before any move happened, which you can check on my YouTube channel. You will find the video. I believe it was the 2nd of February, which today is the 23rd of February 2025. I was showing you how, even though USD JPY has been in a high time frame bullish trend, I was looking for reversals up here. I made the videos, and I even brought this video to you. You can see this is just a screenshot of the video. You can check it out. I was looking for a push up to around this key level, around 155.973, running this high before seeing a big sell-off. That was over 2 weeks ago. Obviously, it is a big move. Now, if we look at where price is now, this is where we were. These were the key levels that we were looking at. We can see, I believe this was the key level. We pushed up here, and then we've seen this huge sell-off for roughly around 650 pips. Which is obviously a big move when probably a lot of people were bullish up here. Anyways, that being said, that was just an example. Plenty more of these pairs have done the same thing. Now, as always, we're going to start with NQ, the Nasdaq 100. Remember, I'm bringing this to you on the 2-hour time frame, which I have analysed all the way from the monthly, weekly, daily time frame. High time frame is what rules price action. Do not get caught up in the low time frame price action if you do not have a clue what the high time frame is doing. Now, after the recent sell-off on NQ, which happened on Friday, you can see this big move to the downside, which was obviously a big drop of nearly 600 points, which is huge for Nasdaq. Now, of course, we have been high time frame bullish. Here we've got a range, big range. We deviate above the range. What happens? We deviate back in, we're coming down. Really, our high time frame targets is probably this lower range, which is a long way away. However, do we want to start selling after this drop? Me personally, I don't. I want to look for a premium. I want to get in, sell off premium and buy from discount levels. I am expecting perhaps a small run of previous week low, which is roughly where we are now. We push up. Now, we may reject from this key area. We may push that bit higher into this daily IPA, which sits in here, before selling off. When we start pushing up, I will watch these high time frame key levels. I'll then go into the low time frame to look for a market shift to take sells lower. Now, obviously, could be taking small buys up here before ending the week bearish. Now, what is going to invalidate this bearish is if we get above this level and we hold. We don't just pop up like this and drop reject. That is just more confirmation we're coming lower. We need to see accumulation, manipulation to the downside, followed by a break of structure above this key level to then look for longs. But as of now, you can see my bias is clearly bearish. Short-term buys to better shorts to the downside. So that is it for NQ. ES, obviously, both pairs move very similar. That is the same. Expecting a short-term push up. Whether we just reach this area or we get here, then we look to sell. If we do get here and I start to see that shift, I'll be looking to take the market lower. Aiming again for this range down here. This is a clear target for the bearish side. Same again, invalidation is hold, breaking its structure and manipulation to the downside above this key area here. Now moving on to the DXY. Now, of course, I do not take trades off the DXY, but because I am obviously trading GU, EU, UJ, even gold, in fact, everything has a big correlation with the DXY. We know the US dollar is what has such a big impact on every other financial market. So if I can build together what I'm expecting to see for the DXY, it also, if that aligns with what I'm looking for in GU, EU, UJ, obviously that is extra confluence that my trades are going to work out. So for the DXY, again, we have been bearish. We have just run a low here. I do think that we will run these short-term lows, these lows in the short term, perhaps coming into this strong key level. Now, if price pushes down here, obviously I will be looking for the dollar to reverse to push higher. Obviously meaning GU and EU to the downside. Now the other alternative is if we move up from here, we come and test this level, and then we may even run previous week high, which is this high here, followed by a rejection, this kind of pattern manipulation, bit of a head and shoulders, and then we start to take price lower, and we will be looking for longs on GU and EU. So that is my bias for the DXY. GU, now this will align with the DXY. First of all, the first start of the week, I would like to see a sell-off. Bear in mind, we are bullish. I will not be looking to short this down because we may pop at any point. My high time frame is bullish. However, I would just like to see that move to the downside, running these lows, which may only run this to here. It does not have to come down here. That is my last line of defense for buys for GU. Short term, we see the sell-off, then I will look to getting buys to take price up to here. Ultimately, I think that we're going to be aiming for this area of liquidity, but obviously that is quite a big move, and I don't expect that to happen this week, especially with the news that we have nothing in terms of huge impact. Now, we could just pop from this level, and that's all right. If the market moves up, I will let the market run. When we reach that level, if we do, and the DXY aligns, I will be looking from sells to there to come lower. So this is what I'm looking for GU, EU, basically the same. This is another thing to bear in mind why I'm bearish. 2 hour time frame, we've got SMT. Those of you who don't know, it's divergence between EU and GU. Because they're both correlated pairs, they should be doing pretty much the same thing. Now the fact that this last move up failed to break the high, and if we look on GU, you can see GU did run the high, which was this high here. It ran the high, come down. EU, however, has not broke it, which shows bearishness. I want to see this low swept, and then I will be looking for buys to take the market up. Again, I will not be shorting into this area because I am higher time frame bullish. But I do not like buying tops and getting caught in these drops, so I will then let the market come to my key area from what I'm seeing on the high time frame to then look to get into longs to take the market higher. And again, ultimately, I think that we've got to be targeting this over the next couple of weeks. Yes, we could just fly from that this week. And if that's the case, we run that high, I'll be then looking for shorts. I am a reversal trader. I like to find tops and bottoms and not get in on a trend after the majority of the move has already happened. So that is it for EU. Now we're moving on to UJ. Those of you who have been following these videos, I have been bearish from up here once again. I was not longing up here. I had no interest in longs, shorts only. And you can see we have had that huge drop. Now we've got a major area low down here. Now as all price does, it runs on highs, it runs on lows, we see reversal. We can see we had this high here. We run the high, we accumulated, we manipulated, and now we've gone into distribution. We've had a huge move to the downside. I'm not interested in taking small shorts down here. I would rather see UJ drop down, running this low. We could even come as deep as these two lows here to this key level to then look for buys. So what is my game plan for UJ? I want to see an initial sell-off, and then I want to see, after this sell-off down, the market slowing, accumulation, perhaps a little pop-up, instant manipulation, followed by a big pump, breaking this high, again accumulation, and we get to the point where we can see here manipulation, down, manipulation, down, and so on. We push up, we hold, manipulation, down. This here is showing bearish delivery, manipulating to the upside before breaking to the downside. Now the reason that I am not going to continue taking this trade, yes, we could continue falling, but we've had such a big move to the downside. I prefer to wait for this pattern here to form after running these lows. Then I will be looking for buys to take it up to at least this level here. So short term bearish into a market shift to look to get into longs for USD JPY. Now we move on to gold. What do you see here? Now bear in mind, gold is a very bullish animal at the minute. Obviously, it just continues to rally. Each manipulation to the downside gets bought up instantly. You can even see in this price action here, you'd see an instant drop followed by push up. Instant drop up. But what are we seeing here? What is this? We've got accumulation, manipulation. Now we are slowing. We are seeing big distribution up at these levels. I am wanting to see gold absolutely melt to the downside. Now, if we take a look back at USD JPY, in fact, I will put it on the split screen so it's easier to show. What have we got here? How much the same do these look? We've got this accumulation, manipulation. We're seeing that distribution. What have we got here? Accumulation, manipulation, it ran again, and it's doing the same thing. We could be where we are here, could be this area here. I'm expecting downside, but bear in mind, this I am going to be looking at taking shorts on gold at the market open, but this is very risky for the simple reason is that gold has been so bearish, so bullish at the moment, and it could continue to push higher up towards even the 3,000 level. But I am looking at this pattern here after seeing such a big rally. I think the market is getting over exhausted to the upside, and I am expecting to see that correction. Yes, of course, I'm not talking about full-on reversal. However, I would love to see this low run, which sits at 2864. I will be holding this short down and getting out around probably 2870. I'm not going to hold on for the very low. Yes, ultimately we could run a lot lower, but if that is the case, I will take that profit. I will wait for the pullback into premium to then look to sell lower. So this is what I'm looking at for gold. Where is our invalidation point? Easy. We get back above this zone, even the weekly high, and we have at least a daily candle close above previous week high. If we look on the weekly time frame, that's all we've done here. Just get rid of this so it's easy to see. Weekly time frame. Look how many weekly lows is in contact. There's around 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 candles without running a weekly low, which in my opinion is definitely due. Also, what happened up here? We've got massive accumulation in this candle. We have run the previous week high and failed to close above, which is the first sign of bearishness for a correction. First target being the previous week low, which is last week's low down here. Second target, this candle's week's low. And also, what else do we have? We've got this fair value gap, which starts here up to there. We run this low and perhaps we may look for a reversal to take price higher. So as of now, like I say, I am bearish straight from market open on gold. Obviously, if the market gaps up here and it shows it wants to continue, I will not be taking shorts just yet. I will wait for them daily candles to show me they want to reverse and look in. But as of now, if the market opens around here, I will be positioning into shorts up in this area. In validation, like I say, is a daily candle close above previous week high. So that is it for gold. Now onto Euro odd. Those of you who have been following my prediction on Euro odd knew right up in this area I was looking for shorts to take down here. And we've seen that move to the downside. And what's happening? We're getting close to these lows. We've ran this low, but we've deviated back into its range. When this happens, when a range low is ran, it's run liquidity from here, it's run this low, we can see there, failed to close above, and it is shown strength coming off these lows. My target is the range highs up here, back into the high of this range. Obviously, if I do get in a long down here, I'll be looking to scale out previous week high, this high here, and final TP being around this high here. So I am bullish going in for Euro AUD. What is going to invalidate this? Hold below here and show that it does not want to go higher, and then we can look for shorts down to this level. But if that happens too fast, I will not be looking for shorts. I will wait till we get to this level, then I'll be looking for buys. I am favouring buys on Euro odd. So that is it for this week's weekly watch list. Now, don't forget to be following me here on Twitter at TraderWolf119. Now, I have not posted in the past week or two because I have been away skiing on holiday. But from now on, I will be posting the setups as they're approaching our key levels and when they are given that shift. EA is pretty much already set up for longs here. Obviously, depending on where the market opens, we could gap way down, we could gap way up. If we stay where we are, retrace into here, I'll be looking for longs, and like I say, target previous week high, this high up here, which is relative equal highs, and then here, 3 take profits. This is nearly ready to go. Now, if you got any value from the video, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, turn the notifications on, and let me know in the comments below if you want me to keep making these. I hope you all have a great trading week.